What initiated Esporão's desire for sustainability and increasing biodiversity? Well, this has been a concern since the beginning, since Esporão is basically involved in agriculture, and it's a family company. There's always has been this concern that we should, from generation to generation, try to produce our wines using less resources as possible, and delivering to the next generation and something better that this generation received, which is quite an ambitious mission. This is ever more relevant in a world that has been studied, that has structural problems in terms of being able to produce in the medium term, let's say in 2050. If we continue to take the resources to produce what we need with the needs of 2050, we will need 2.6 planet Earth. So there's definitely a problem there. There is definitely going to be an adjustment, and the companies, they are prepared since the beginning and organized to not take more than what they can give back. Will of course they'll have problems. So this has been a concern. It's in our nature since the beginning, and it's definitely a concern in terms of the culture of the company and the way that people do, and the way, of course, we relate to agriculture, which is a central part of our business. What is the ultimate goal? Make better products with less resources. Regarding sustainability, of course. Well, results in agriculture and everything related with agriculture it's a generation. Even a vineyard, if you plant a vineyard, it will last probably more than the people who plant it. So you have to make the decisions you make are on the long term. But in 5 years, it has been very rewarding to see that the decisions we've been taking already have some concrete aspects. I can say that the fact that we in Herdade do Esporão almost not using any herbicides now has contributed, is definitely contributing for better soil activation. We can feel that the kind of plants that and grasses that are being planted in the lines between the vineyards are contributing for the fixation of new species, which are of course helping us, making a richer soil, having more humidity, capturing of course carbon dioxide, but also serving as shelter for the auxiliaries of the vineyard to help us on pest control, which is always a concern in Alentejo. I can say that, for example, this year has been 2011 has been a very complicated year in terms of pest control, and the results we have in Esporão are quite impressive. As, for example, we see that a lot of producers losing 20 to 30% of their production, and we are actually better than last year. Well, one of the first things we did in 2006 was, working together with biologists. We needed to make an assessment. So they made what we call o Plano de Ação de Conservação. So it's an action plan for conservation. And this plan has been done and measured, what the challenges were. We, of course, then made also with landscape architects, a very detailed plan about vegetation in Esporão, and how could planting new species help us on the various aspects that we had to work. And this action plan is actually measured in terms of of how many the flora and the fauna that we have in Esporão. It's measured every quarter for the last 3 years by the biologists, and we can measure the advances that we have been doing. We started a project with the state association in Portugal, and has two specific goals. One, being Portugal such a rich country in terms of diversity of varietals, of grape varietals. Actually, we are, per hectare of vineyard planted, we are the country in the world with more diversity of indigenous varietals of grape. So with the trend that we see in the direction of producing wines very suited to the taste of the consumer, which we completely understand and even approve. We see that we've been more and more focused on several let's say 5 to 10 varietals, when we have around 250 in Portugal. So thinking about the future, and that the consumer from cycle to cycle wants different products, we're thinking that we don't want to lose this great treasure that we have. So we decided to plant in Herdade do Esporão 10 hectares of vineyard, in which we have 188 different varietals of indigenous Portuguese grapes. We did this with that preservation aspect in mind, but also thinking of global warming, and that our grapes, they are very, very well adapted to the climate in Alentejo, where there wasn't any water. So basically they are very resistant, and we think that in a global warming scenario, they can definitely prove very good in terms of their enological profile.